So now we are going to do practice of chapter number 1 ID because you have your exam on Tuesday. So let's do the revision. This paper or this assignment contain all important questions of this chapter based on MCQ as well as true false and fill in the blanks. So everyone has to do this very carefully. You will note down the answers with you, and at the end, we'll see that how many questions are correct. Question number 1. If Britain was the ruling imperial power, India was its. Give your answer in the chat box, please. Yes, because that was the colonial government. So, of course, option A is correct. Very good, everyone. Second question. Prior to the establishment of British rule, which of the following was true for the Indian economy? India had an independent economy and flourishing market. Absolutely true. Prior matlab pehle, British rule se pehle. Livelihood of Indian people was mainly based on agriculture. Absolutely true. Indian handicrafts, textile industries, and metallic work enjoyed a worldwide market. Absolutely true. Answer is all of these. Because handicrafts bhi hamare pure completely, they were flourishing already. Question number 3. Name the person who made the notable attempt to India's national income during the British rule in India on the eve of independence. किसने national income और per capita income measure की थी out of these? जिसका best माना गया बेटे out of these? Obviously दादा भाई नारोजी. Perfect. Question number 4. The most predominant sector of the Indian economy prior to independence was predominant sector. Of course, the answer is agriculture because almost 75 to 85% people were engaged on agriculture for their employment. Next, question number 5. The main reason for stagnation in the agricultural sector during the British rule was Piyush, Chirag, Tanisha. Okay. I want answers from all. Question number 5. Shiv, Ishita, Harshita. Very good, all of you. The answer is, of course, the most predominant sector bola hai. Sorry, the main reason for stagnation in agriculture. Main reason. Main reason is, of course, land settlement system. Zamindari system was the main reason. All right. Okay. Question number 6. The first census in India was in which year? First census. Very good, everyone. I got the correct answer from all. 1881 was the year. And after that, after every 10 years, we are having census in our India. Census is nothing but the population counting. Question number 7. Deindustrialization was a major setback pertaining to which Indian industry? Setback मतलब जिसको पीछे किया गया दोबारा, मतलब वापस बंद करवा दिया गया. Which industry? Handicrafts industries. Very good. Shrutigar, can you please elaborate why handicrafts industries got a setback during the British rule?
Sir, because there was more demand for the goods that were produced in factories other than the handicrafts.
Yes, because India was already a flourishing economy because it was generating a lot of income by the export of handicrafts to other countries. But ये बर्दाश्त नहीं हुआ Britishers से, so they did, set back to the handicrafts and deindustrialized the handicrafts industry. Perfect. Question number 8. The question number 8 is production of large amount of cash crops for the purpose of export is termed as commercialization of agriculture, commencement of agriculture, commercialization of industry, the great India diaspora. Of course, the answer is commercialization of agriculture, where you are commercializing the agriculture, you are selling the commodities, the farm's production to export it to other countries also. Okay. Question number 9. Apart from cotton, which other textile industry saw its advancements in parts of India during the British rule? Cotton के अलावा, cotton इसलिए because they were making the cotton products in Britain, so cotton was of course a major raw material export from the country India. But apart from cotton, which one was also got the advancement? Of course, that was jute. Very good, everyone. The next is TISCO was established in India in which year? TISCO. Very good, everyone. TISCO was established in 1907. Akshit, can you please elaborate some points on TISCO, some related points of TISCO?
Sir, TISCO was established by in it was mainly established to promote the uh, development of newly established industries. It mainly deals in steel and power, and it is till date one of the most well established and developed industries in India.
Okay. So, Hitesh, you tell me,
सर जमशेदजी टाटा ने इसे स्टार्ट किया था।
what is the full form?
टाटा आयरन एंड स्टील कंपनी लिमिटेड। उसे
Did it
26
flourish
ज्यादा
during
कंट्री
the pre-independence period?
सर डेवलप नहीं कर पाए थे, ब्रिटिशर्स का सपोर्ट नहीं मिल रहा था गवर्नमेंट का, और 26 ज्यादा कंट्रीज में।
ठीक है, perfect. Now coming to the next question. Question number 11. During the period prior to the independence, which of the following country was India's largest trading partner? Which of the following country was India's largest trading partner? Britain, China, Brazil, or America? Of course, the answer is Britain, because monopoly trade was with the Britain itself. Main trade we were doing with the Britain only. So our main largest share was with the Britain only prior to independence. Question number 12. Which was the year of great divide for India? Which is the year of great divide for India? Very good, everyone. 1921 got the correct answer. Ankita, can you please elaborate some points on year of great divide?
No, sir, I don't know.
Raise your hands who would like to elaborate that what is year of great divide? What are the related points to it? Year of great divide. Yes, Shiv.
Sir, before 1921, our population growth was fluctuating, but after 1921, our growth is increasing
Yes,
continuously.
because earlier to 1921, it was observed that the population is not stable. It is just variable. Some years it was falling, some years it was increasing. But after 1921, it was observed that the population growth rate is continuously increasing in Indian economy. Okay. The next. The year 1853 was important in the history of India for introduction of rail transport, road transport, ships, or bullock carts. Of course, for the railways. Introduced in actually 1850, but the main first bridge that was formed in 1853, it started from Bombay to Thane. Okay. Next. Question number 14, please. With reference to industrial sector, state the correct combination of statements. State the correct combination of statements. British wanted to reduce India to a mere supplier of raw material. India was a market for British finished goods. Improvement was the basis of Indian economy due to improvement of industries. Which one is correct? One only, 1 and 2 is correct. All of these above statements are correct, or third only is the correct. Which statements are correct here? Everybody give your answer in the chat box faster. Of course, first तो बिल्कुल correct है. Like British wanted to reduce India to a mere supplier of raw material. They wanted that India should be made only a supplier, so that India should be dependent upon the finished goods for the Britain. Second one is also correct. India was a market for British finished goods. But third is not correct, because Indian industries did not improve till independence. So obviously 1 and 2 only are correct. Okay, question number 15, please. Change the correct combinations to the facts and mortality. Infant mortality rate. Of course, development indicator. Can note this. Infant mortality rate, a social development indicator. 1907. 1907. Formation of Tata Iron and Steel Company. Because abhi humne kiya, Tisco was started in 1907. 85% share of workforce in the agriculture sector. First Indian Rail, 1853, from Bombay to Thane it was. And jute and cotton, major textile and British industries. Major textile industries in British India during that time. So, which option is correct here? A के साथ 4, B 5. That means A option is correct. Option A will be correct in this case. Clear? Okay, moving further. Moving to the next assignment of the other chapter. BOP, balance of payment. Okay. Do one thing, just complete these fill in the blanks, everyone. Just fill in the blanks in your notebook. And all of you open your cameras right now. Open your cameras right now, everyone. Otherwise, I'm going to remove you people now. Now do the fill in the blanks, please. First, BOP is an accounting statement that shows systematic records of all economic transactions between dash. Who will give the answer? Raise your hands, please. Okay, Shiv. Tell me.
Sir, between residents of the country and rest of the world.
Yes. Between residents of one country and rest of the world. Very good. Question number 2. Second, dash refers to transaction which involves transfer of the title or ownership of goods or services. Dash refers to the transactions which involves transfer of the title or ownership of goods or services. Tell me which transaction we are talking about here. Merchandise transactions. Bete, Shiv, you can't use the capital because in the information, goods word is used and service word is used. The question is not using the assets or liabilities word. So it can't be capital, it will be current. That is trading or merchandise. Third, the term which can be seen, touched or felt. The item which can be seen, touched or felt are known as, they will be known as, very good, Shiv. Baki bhi, everyone, please give the answers. Tanisha, visible items, of course. Anshika, Garg, not tangible assets, please. Visible items, it will be called as visible items. Next, the items which cannot be seen or touched, but only felt, that will be invisible items. Good. Okay, fifth one, Unilateral transfers are also known as dash. Unilateral transfers are also known as dash. Yes, these are the unrequited transfers or one-way transfers or one-sided transfers. Now look at the MCQ, please. First question. Balance of payment is an accounting statement that records the economic transaction between अभी किया हमने fill in the blanks में भी resident and rest of the world. So B is the correct answer. Economic transactions include visible items, invisible items, unilateral transfers, all of the above. Yes, Garv, please give its answer and elaborate some points based on this.
Sir, I think that all of the above is the correct answer.
Yes, because all are the economic transactions, they all are linked with the money or money measurement. That is why all of the above options will be the correct one, because it is showing the economic transaction. Okay. Resident includes individual, firm, government agencies, all of the above. Of course, the answer will be, tell me, what is the answer? Individual, firms, government agencies, or all of the above? Residents, yes, all of the above. Balance of payment accounting uses which standard of accounting? Double entry, single entry, accrual basis, cash basis. Balance of payment. क्या बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट इनमें से कौन सा अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड यूज करता है बेटे? Isn't it using the cash basis of accounting? Because we are recording only those transactions where we are receiving the money or where we are paying the money. We are not taking such transactions which are based on accrual. Outstanding, prepaid, advance, इन सब की कोई बात नहीं करते हम इसके अंदर. We are only concerned with the cash transactions, whether the cash is coming or the cash is going. Balance of payment is which concept? Flow, stock, both A and B, जो कि हो नहीं सकता, या none of the above. दोनों में से तो कोई एक है, flow या stock में से. Balance of payment. Stock कैसे पता चलता है? Particular point पे. Flow कैसे पता चलता है? During the period. So obviously balance of payment shows the period. So it's a flow concept. Okay, next. Balance of trade is difference between export and import of goods, sum total of export and import of goods, difference between export and import of service, sum total of export and import of service. तो बेटे sum total तो है ही नहीं, B भी नहीं है, D भी नहीं है. Can you please, Nilima, can you tell the answer and just elaborate some related points to this, please?
Sir, option will be A, that is difference between export and import of goods.
Reason being?
Sir, reason
Because
being
trade
that
is
is
linked with the goods. Because trade is linked with the goods. So obviously when we are talking about balance of trade, we are talking about goods and even not the services. Okay. Balance of, but what are the components of balance of payment account? Current account, capital account, both A and B, none of the above. Open your cameras, all of you. The answer is of course both A and B, because we have current account also and we have capital account also in this. Piyush, please elaborate about current account and capital account of BOP.
Sir, current account consists of the import, export of services and goods, and the unilateral transfers, transfer receipts and unilateral transfer payments. And the capital account consists of all the capital nature transactions such as capital receipts and capital payments.
Okay. See the next one, question number 9. Inflow of foreign exchange is recorded on which side of BOP account? Inflow of foreign exchange. Inflow means we are receiving the money. Gaurav. You will be giving me the answer, Gaurav. Unmute yourself, please. Inflow of foreign exchange will be on the which side of BOP? Unmute yourself, Gaurav.
Sir, inflow में sir credit.
Yes, it will be on the credit side of the BOP. Why? Because inflow means that we are getting the foreign currency. And I've already explained that whatever money we are getting is written on the credit side, and whatever money we have to pay, we write it on the debit side. Perfect. Now, next. Which of the following is not a component of BOP? Current account, capital account, real account, none of the above. Which one of them is not a component of BOP? Very good. Real account is not a component of BOP. Next, import and export of goods is called invisible trade, visible trade, nominal trade, none of the above. Visible trade, very good. Vansh Goel, can you please elaborate why it is known as visible trade? Why do we say that import and export of goods is considered to be as a visible trade? Because it is linked with the goods. And when it is linked with the goods, which we can see, which we can touch, we can see crossing the borders. Goods can be seen crossing the borders. So that is known as visible trade. Okay. What about import and export of service will be called? Services cannot be seen. That is why it is only felt. So it will be known as invisible trade. Okay. 13th. Gifts and grants received from abroad are recorded on which side of BOP account? Gifts and grants received from abroad are recorded on which side of BOP account? That is on the, of course, credit side of the current account. Very good, everyone. Okay, question number 14. Import of machinery and equipment is recorded on which side of BOP? Import of machinery and equipment. We are doing imports. Imports का मतलब है we are purchasing. But import word use हुआ तो definitely it will be coming on the current account. ध्यान रखना. ठीक है? Okay. Borrowings from the rest of the world is recorded on which side of BOP? Borrowings from the rest of the world. Borrowings from the rest of the world is recorded on which side of BOP? Yes, credit side of capital account. Investments by the Indian residents in shares of foreign companies. That means foreign investments, Indian investment to foreign. India's investment to foreign. It will be, of course, debit because money is going, and it will be capital because it involves investment and assets. Okay. Next is, which of the following is not a component of capital account of BOP? Borrowings, investments, foreign reserves purchased by resident, and change in forex. कौन सा इनमें से कैपिटल अकाउंट का कंपोनेंट नहीं है? फॉरेन रिजर्व परचेज्ड बाय रेजिडेंट, वो नहीं है. Which of the following is a type of investment? FDI, portfolio, foreign institutional, all of the above. The answer will be all of the above. So all of the above is the correct answer. Who will tell me about the difference between foreign direct investment and foreign institutional investment? Foreign direct investment and foreign institutional investment. कौन बताएगा? हाँ भाई हितेश. हितेश को बहुत जल्दी है बताने की. हाँ भाई हितेश बताओ.
सर इंस्टीट्यूशन बनाते हैं, जैसे कोई बैंक वगैरह कोई भी, वो काफी लोगों का पैसे इकट्ठा करके सर एक बार में बड़ी इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं, तो डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट करते शेयर्स को प्रॉपर्टी में एक इंडिविजुअल करता है।
FDI is basically that investment where we simply say that the ownership will be transferred their end at that time only. For example, purchasing any asset, any of the fixed asset, if we are purchasing, we are doing FDI. But FII, foreign institutional investment, where the asset is not just transferred, but the ownership is given somehow, but up to a certain time limit. For example, shares. You will be the owner of the share till the time you have invested in that company. Otherwise, uske baad you will be just getting the dividend only. Okay. Surplus in current account arises when? Surplus kab hoga current account mein? When of course credit side of the items is more than the debit side of the items. Very good. Deficit in capital account occurs when? Deficit matlab loss kab hoga? When debit side is more than the credit side. All right.